Bringing Nebraska beef to Korea. I'm Steve White on the Rural Radio Network. We're visiting now with a couple of Nebraska farmers in Korea right now. Keith Krakenmeyer of West Point and Adam Grabenstein of Eustis. Adam, let's start with you. What benefit do you see being involved with USMEF and getting the opportunity to go see the product in Korea there?
Yeah, Steve, it's just been a remarkable week and kind of an honor to be here. Obviously, a long-standing trading partner. To me, it's just been a matter of focusing on where we're currently winning in this market. Again, we've got a history with these folks, and they like our product. They can count on our quality. And obviously, what we're bringing through USMEF is a convenience factor at this point.
And Keith, can you talk more specifically about the relationship with Korea? What kinds of products specifically are we sending them? Are there any particular cuts or parts of the carcass that we're sending them that bring value back to Nebraska?
I think the biggest product that we send to Korea would be the short plate. It's used in many different ways here, and it's a product that is not really that popular for us, and it's a good product to move overseas to help improve our markets for all of us.
And for both of you, but given just the dynamics globally with we know about tariffs, we know about we're trying to get some new trade deals done. China certainly is the big player, but to continue to expand in other markets, do you see opportunities? Adam, let's ask you: do you see opportunities to continue to grow and expand a relationship in a country like Korea?
Absolutely, I think currently Korea sits as a number 5 for U.S. ag products. Obviously, that's a major win in itself. Obviously, there's always those trade barriers and non-trade barriers, honestly, that will continue to affect this relationship. But I think, again, to me, it comes back to focusing on where we are currently winning and moving the peg forward when the opportunity arises.
And Keith, if I remember, we've made some progress with some trade talks with Korea. Is that right?
Yes, we have made some progress with them. The trade tariff rate continues to go down. I think we'll be at a 0 rate here in the next years, which is a big win for us. And now we just need to continue to move more product and get a few more regulations sorted out.
And Adam, when we're talking about the Korean people, this is a highly developed country, pretty affluent population, and I'm sure they want to put some quality protein on the dinner plate. And do you see just opportunities to make sure the beef is the center of the dinner plate? Absolutely.
You take 50 million people and stick them in the size or the landmass of the state of Indiana. Obviously, you've got logistics. You've got a major need for protein sources. What better a customer for the United States to have? A lot of opportunity. I think things will continue to grow.
And Keith, you were talking about the short plate. I've heard talk of what they call Korean barbecue. Is that how that product is used?
Yes, it is. It is typically grilled or marinated, and they have several different ways to use it. We've tried several of them, and they're all actually quite wonderful. I was impressed with the food here. I think there's many places to grow and maybe bring in some more higher-end meats as income and the economy here is growing.
And Adam, what have you experienced from the Korean beef product? How have you seen it or experienced that there?
They're a trusted partner when it comes to our product. They know it. They demand that quality. And the things that we continue to do as far as the convenience factor and providing them the product that makes their daily lives simpler is something that I think, again, USMEF's partnership continues to help develop that. Whatever the product may be, we're processing it to a spot where it just makes it simpler for them to be able to walk in on a daily basis and pick up this product and take it home and make it.
And Keith, the thing that's impressed me is despite the cost of beef these days and despite some of the trade barriers we're seeing, we continue to see really strong demand for U.S. beef, not only at home but around the world. And that's a real positive story. I think that's a real testament to the product we produce, isn't it?
It sure is. It's just a combination of obviously lower supply, but a good demand. People are enjoying the product. They're returning as a consumer to beef, want to continue to do so, and hopefully we find better ways to move our product, to make more uses out of it, and people may continue to use some of the lower cuts and replace them with some of the higher end cuts, still enjoy that fine beef eating experience.
And Adam, putting on your corn grower hat for a minute, we know we've got a really big corn crop right now, value-added agriculture. livestock is still the number one there. And if we can continue to feed cattle in a state like Nebraska, especially, we would sure like to ship our beef around the world. That just makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Steve. Current head values from an export standpoint is about $400 a head on a beef carcass. With that, obviously economic times that we're in currently in the corn side or the farming side is extremely tough. You said it. I mean, it's going to be these value-added things that continue to help the corn farmer back in the state of Nebraska, and that's through beef and pork.
Anything else either of you want to share about your trip and what you guys are doing with USMEF there?
It's been a wonderful trip. I've never experienced anything like this, and to travel with the USMEF was a really enjoyable experience to see the connections that they have to help make all these deals possible and to continue to push product, whether it's pork or beef, throughout this country.
Nebraska producers Keith Krakemeyer and Adam Grabenstein joining us from Korea. I'm Steve.